Good morning, guys. Welcome to my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, checking out my broadcast. Sorry I missed you live, but so glad you guys took some time to check it out. What is up to my live crew this morning? Great to see y'all this morning. So glad to have you here. I appreciate y'all coming in to hang out with me on this Tuesday morning. Great morning to you, Camille. Thanks for coming in, girl. Glenda. Great morning to you, Marcus. What's up, brother? It's nice to see you in here, man. Alex, good morning to you. Tracy, good morning to you. Brianna, good morning to you. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us. It's St. Patrick's Day. I thought I probably should wear some green today because it is St. Patrick's Day. So don't be alarmed that you see a color on the screen other than black, silver, or red. It won't be green. Will not be here tomorrow. All right, but you get green for one day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you guys. And I figure it's the day of green. It's St. Patrick's Day. Why not teach you how to make a little bit of money? So we're gonna do Green Week this week. I'm very excited about this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Today we're gonna do a bit of a brainstorm session. So today what I'm gonna do is because of the way the world is, because a lot of what's going on in our lives, a lot of us are stuck at home, and a lot of us have got change of circumstances. For lack of better words to describe it. So I thought, hey, why not? Why don't I teach some people how to make some money from home this week? So today I'm going to do a brainstorm session with you, and I'm going to give you guys some very powerful ways and ideas that you can generate an extra $1,000 or more in the next 2 weeks. It's very easy. Something that anybody can do. I have a pile of ideas, and I'm going to get through as many of these as I can today. And these are simple things that you can do right now that don't require a ton of marketing, don't require positioning, don't require you building up a reputation. This stuff that you can go out right now and make some money. So if you're looking for an extra $1,000 or more in the next couple of weeks, want to make some money from home, I'm going to hook you up with some ideas to make that happen today, all right? That's our topic of conversation for today. If you got anybody in your world that you think needs to be in this broadcast, feel free to tag them in the chat stream on Facebook, share this out, get it out to people. I'd very much appreciate that, all right? Also, if I have anybody's brand new, if you have never seen me before, if you have no idea who I am, I would love for you to let us know that. I would love to say hello, and my crew would love to make you feel welcome. If you want to give me a hashtag first time in the chat stream, whether you're live or whether you're on the replay, I would love to greet you and say hello and let you know I appreciate the fact that you are here, all right? Also, in regards to my replay viewers, guys, I appreciate my replay viewers. I love every single one of y'all, and I know that your time is so valuable. If you're watching this on the replay, I would love to know that you are here. If you want to give me a hashtag replay, I do see those comments, and I do respond to those as well, so you can interact throughout this broadcast, even if you are not watching it live, all right? Good morning to you, Autumn. Keith, what's going on? Glenda, what's going on? Good morning to you. Morning to both my Maggies. Michelle, great morning to you. I appreciate all you guys. We're going to roll because, I got a lot to cover this morning, and, I do not waste my time, and I choose not to waste yours, so let's jam. All right, y'all, that is who I am. That is what I do. Justin Kaplan Pro is my name. JustinKaplanPro.com is my website. I'm a startup business mentor and a branding strategist that specializes in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, your gifting, your idea into a profitable and sustainable brand that rises up in this challenging digital marketplace to draw in the 21st century consumer that wants and needs what you have to offer. Guys, I broadcast live every single weekday morning from Tuesday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, hooking you guys up with business building tips, hacks, and principles. Anything I can give you to help you grow your business, expand your ministry, bring your vision to life, and grow that brand of yours online in this digital marketplace. All right? So, let's talk about how to generate some cash. Lise, good morning to you. Amber, great morning to you. Appreciate you. Keith, good to see you, buddy, and I appreciate you being here. I gotta get my notepad because I got a lot that I'm going to share with you today, and I'm going to jot some notes as I go along here. We're going to talk about how to generate cash on demand. Somebody put cash on demand. Everybody put cash on demand in the chat stream. Can you do that for me? Cash on demand. We're going to talk about how to get after it and be like, you know what? I need to make an extra $500. I need to make an extra $1,000. I need to make an extra $2,000. Some of y'all are in circumstances, or maybe you are in guest services, and your guest services job has been cut back due to the stuff going on. Maybe your business is closed. Maybe you've been laid off. Maybe you're not getting as many hours and you're looking for some cash on demand. I'm gonna brainstorm a variety of different ways for us this morning to generate cash on demand for those guys that either want it or need it or both. And the 2-week time frame is just because it seems like everything that I hear about the coronavirus and what's going on in the world, everybody's putting 2-week timestamps on anything. Let's go 2 weeks and let's see what happens. They're like, all right, I can roll with that 2 weeks. Let's see how much money we can make in 2 weeks for you guys, right? That's my mission. As always, I'm going to do my best to summarize these points for you at the end of the broadcast. But if you're not in a position to take notes, grab a pen and grab a piece of paper, because there's stuff that's going to come up in this broadcast, and you're going to be like, whoa, I could do that. And I want you to be able to capture that and write that stuff down, all right? Also, I love ideas. So as I fuel you guys with stuff this morning, I want you to chime in the chat stream and throw ideas up to each other. And feel free to have dialogue with each other as you're going on. Alan Olson, good morning, brother. It's nice to see you. And good morning to you, Crease. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming in. I'm gonna start you out with a quote of the day, just because I like doing quotes of the day, and this one is relevant to what we're talking about today. So my quote of the day is by Albert Einstein, and Albert Einstein says, "If I had 60 minutes to solve a problem, I would spend 55 minutes defining it and 5 minutes solving it." If I had 60 minutes to solve a problem, I'd spent 55 minutes defining it and 5 minutes solving it. Abraham Lincoln has a quote, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's, Abraham Lincoln says something along the lines of, if I had an hour to cut down a tree, I'd spend 55 minutes sharpening the axe and 5 minutes cutting the tree down. So a lot of what I want to talk about this morning is, while I'm going to give you ideas, I want you to take these ideas and I want you to plan and think about how we're going to go about this. So while I'm going to give you a lot of ideas this morning, I'm also going to give you a process that you really kind of need to go through to figure this stuff out for yourself. Also, just a quick FYI about tomorrow. Tomorrow's broadcast, I'm very excited about this. Tomorrow's broadcast is, I'm going to teach you how to teach your kids to make extra money from home. And I think I'm gonna put $500 on that broadcast. I'm gonna say how your kids can earn $500 or more working from home in the next 2 weeks. Because all of us, majority of us, if not all of us, have either got kids or grandkids at home. And I am all over it, because you know what? I'm setting my kids up this week. I'm setting my kids up with starting up some startups that when they get through the school season, they're going to have a thriving business that they can run through the summertime and make a pile of money. So tomorrow, if you got kids that are motivated and driven and would love to go out and earn some of their own money, get them in my broadcast tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be speaking to you and your kids, and I'm going to teach you and your kids how to make some extra money while they're stuck at home. And so you can get them off the video games, get them out of the TV, get them outside, and getting them doing something that's going to pay them back for their effort. All right, it's gonna be fun. Very excited about that one tomorrow. So join me here tomorrow on that one. All right. So first thing we got to do, if we're gonna generate some cash from home, first thing we got to do is we got to break down our need. All right, break down your need. Break down your need in the chat stream or in your notes if you're taking notes. And so what I mean by break down your need is, you got to figure out how much money you really want to make. I start you out with $1,000 plus, but realistically, you could make significantly more than that, or you can make significantly less than that, depending on your effort and depending on how much planning you put into it. So let's just say, for example, let's say you want to make $1,000 in 2 weeks. All right. So if you want to make $1,000 in 2 weeks, what I want you to figure out is, how do I want to make that? If I want to make $1,000, do I want to sell 10 things for $100? Do I want to sell 20 things for $50? Do I want to sell 40 things for $25? Do I want to break it down by week? Do I want to just focus on week one? I need to make $500 my first week, so 5 things at $100, 10 things at $50, you name it. Do I want to sell 100 things at $5? Whatever that is. So, do I want to sell one thing for $500, which is absolutely doable depending on what your one thing is. So I want you to break down their need, and a couple things you want to define are how much and how many. So how much do I want to sell what I'm selling for, and how many people do I need to sell it to? Now, you're like, well, I don't even know what I'm selling. So let me just run through some ideas for you here real quick, because these are all viable, absolutely profitable things that you can get yourself into. Now, what I really wanted to cover this morning is, I really wanted to cover things that don't require legal degrees. They don't require licensing. They don't require significant marketing, branding, positioning. They don't require you doing a whole bunch of work for people to take you seriously. This is all needs that consumers have right now. So the question that I have for every one of you guys as you go through this morning is, what gifting do you have? What ability do you have that a market consumer needs, and how can you monetize that? So let me just go through some of these ideas, and we're just going to talk through it. So the first one that came immediately to my mind was dog walking. The reason why dog walking came to my dog sitting, we're interviewing dog sitters, dog walkers in our new neighborhood right now because we're getting ready to go on vacation. We just moved. We had a dog walker, dog sitter in our previous town, our previous house that we loved, and we would pay her $20 an hour for a one-time walk. If Courtney and I were both busy and our dog was getting restless, we'd call Angie up and be like, Angie, could you come over, girl? CJ needs to go for a walk, man. Would you? Sure. She'd come pick him up, take him out, go play with him at the park, bring him back in an hour, and I give her $20. And very easy, very simple. She also does pet sitting. So when we go on vacation, she would come to our house, stay at our house, take care of our animals, and we would pay her $35 per overnight. And she's not here. She works a full-time job. So she'd work a full-time job. She'd come home in the evening and she just lives in our house and takes care of our animals. We pay her $35 a night. So, dog walking, dog sitting is a very, very real thing. You got a lot of people that are busy, a lot of people that are at home, a lot of people that got a lot of stuff going on right now, and they got animals that need some attention. So a lot of people don't even realize that you can do that or even think about that until you tell them that that's available. So dog walking, dog sitting is very, very real possibility. Another one that came to my mind is home organization. How many of y'all are good organizers? Like, you're a master organizer. Maybe you are a master at decluttering things. Maybe you can take a room that's completely overdone and you can completely clean through that and overhaul that thing. Maybe you're excellent at organizing pantries or refrigerators or kitchens, setting kitchens up. Maybe you're good at garage organization. Garage organization is a thing. Absolutely. People pay people to come in and reorganize and clean up their garages. So just on that note, let's say you charge, I guess it depends on the hours. It depends on the size of the garage that you were going to get into. So maybe you say you charge $25 an hour. Very realistic for a service of that nature. So you could say, let's say I charge $25 an hour. Maybe say your average garage takes you, let's say your average garage, I'm thinking about this for myself now. I'm just thinking about, like, my parents used to pay me to organize their garage because I am spectacular at organizing. They used to pay my mom. We had our own chores and stuff around the house, but my mom used to pay me to organize our basement and organize the garage because it would always get into chaos. The attic is another good one. And I'm trying to remember how much my mom would pay me. I think she paid me $15 an hour. That was a kid though. I was a teenager. So I'd say as an adult, if you were doing this, I'd charge probably a minimum $25 an hour. Jamie says, I thought about starting a do-it-yourself business where to teach others to build easy things and help organize them. You're right. A good couple hours. Yeah, so I'd say, let's say you charge $25 an hour, and let's say it's 3 hours. All right, so let's say $75 per project. And you quote the project on site. So you say, I start by charging $25 an hour. I'll come up, I'll estimate your job, and I'll give you a quote for it to come and completely overhaul your garage. As a part of that too, if any of y'all are handy, and maybe this might be for some of your men, your teenagers in the house possibly, you might say, you know what, we can come in, not only will we organize your garage, but we'll completely, what would you say, I guess, freshen up your lawn equipment. So change the oil on your weed whacker and your lawnmower, clean that stuff up, empty your bagger, get all your lawn equipment out. And so it's a portion of organizing, but portion of also seasonal transition. We'll put away all the winter stuff. We'll get out all the spring stuff and get you ready for the spring season. So we can just clean the garage, or we can do garage cleanup plus tool organization and tool update for $100 per job. Now all you got to do is go out and get a couple of those garages to go out. That could be a full-time gig. You can do a couple hours a day and knock those things out. Car detailing is another one. Autumn says considered cleaning, organizing, candle making as side gigs. Now, one of the things I'm not going to share with you this morning is selling stuff that's handmade, And the reason for that doesn't mean that there's not value in selling things handmade. It's just it's a lot of hustling and you don't make a lot of money, right? So if I'm looking at Autumn's example of candle making, that's such a saturated market. If I want a new candle, I can go to Hobby Lobby right now. I can play off their 50% off programs, and I can buy a Yankee candle for a couple bucks. And I love Yankee candles. They smell fantastic. The bottle, the packaging looks spectacular. It's clean, it's sharp, it's classy. So for you to compete with that, it's for the amount of time it would take you to make candles, and then you got to position yourself and get people to convince them to buy your candles versus buying any candle in the grocery store. That's just a tough sell. Same with t-shirts. If you do a lot of research online, one of the big things that comes up about how to make money from home is start a t-shirt business. T-shirt businesses are a dime a dozen. There's so many people out there creating them, and it's a tough market to get into because you really got to convince people and you got to come up with some sweet, unique stuff that people have never seen before if you want to get in the t-shirt market. So what I'm not going to tell you this week or this day today, I'm not going to tell you how to create custom product and sell it, because creating custom product and sell it takes way more work than you wouldn't be able to generate $1,000 in 2 weeks if you're just starting today. But all these other ideas, you absolutely could, right? So you could go out and start cleaning garages right now. Or you could go out and start dog walking right now. Car detailing is another one. If you're good at detailing cars, or if you're really clean in that regards, car detailing. Another good thing that I thought about is mastering the Facebook marketplace. If you are a hustler, you're getting ahead of me, Celia. I'm all over it, buddy. If you've got an eye for a deal and you're willing to hunt for those deals, there is so much stuff in the Facebook marketplace that you could buy and flip. Oh my gosh. Like when we moved into this house, we had so much stuff we had to buy because the house we just bought is 3 times the size of our other house. So we had a lot of rooms to fill up, a lot of stuff to buy. So a lot of stuff we bought new, a lot of stuff we bought from Amazon, but a lot of stuff we wanted to hunt for some stuff because we couldn't find it the way we wanted it. And you can go on the hunt for furniture, TVs. I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing that y'all need to realize. Right now, there's a lot of people there's a lot of people that are in positions where they need to generate cash. So the best thing that they can think of to do to generate cash is just sell things that they own. So there's going to be a lot of people, I believe, in the next few weeks that are going to be selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace for dirt cheap, simply because it's got to go. They've got to sell it. So you can hunt for deals on Facebook Marketplace. And I mean, I bought a new TV from Facebook Marketplace. I bought a 75-inch TV that was regularly brand new, I think $4,000, and I bought it on Facebook Marketplace for $1,200. And that particular one, I wanted a particular frameless TV. I wanted it to look that particular way. I wanted a certain style, certain one. But as I was looking for TVs, I was finding 75-inch TVs from $500, $800. You could go, I mean, if you were really hunting, you can hunt for one of these things. You could find a TV that's in good working condition, go out and buy it for $800, turn around and flip it and sell it for $800. Or I'm sorry, I think I said that right. Buy it for $500, turn around and put it right back on the marketplace and sell it for $800 and get an immediate $300 return. You can make $1,000 real quick by flipping stuff. You can flip furniture. We bought a new couch for our basement where our kids are going to play the Xbox, and we have a couch in our living room that I love. It's comfortable. I love the way it's laid out. I love the style. I love the way it looks. I'm like, I want the exact same couch, but it had to be flipped. It had to be rotated the other way. So I went hunting for that particular couch. The couch that we had upstairs, I think we paid $3,000 for. I found the exact same couch flipped the other way for $250. Same couch. Couple bought it, didn't have room for it. They realized it was too big for the room, had to get rid of it. They couldn't take it back, and so they just had to get rid of it. $250. I could have bought that couch, left it on the trailer, parked the trailer in the garage, and and you're like, well, Justin, I don't know how to do that. You can go to U-Haul. If you've got a hitch on a vehicle, you can go to U-Haul. You can rent a flatbed trailer for like $30 a day. So literally, like if you wanted to flip something big like that, something that's big, you could I mean, you could buy a TV, you could buy a couch, you could buy some recliners, you could buy anything that you want to fill up these chairs. Buy them, pick them all up in one day, leave them on the trailer, and then go right on Marketplace and resell it. And most of this, I've sold some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and I've sold it in 24 hours. It almost always sells in 24 hours. So you could absolutely flip stuff. Let's keep going. So Facebook Marketplace, there's a lot of money there. Proofreading and editing is a big deal. A lot of people are looking for those services. So if you got people, authors, book writers, people that are creating content, writing copy for websites, stuff like that. If you are good with grammar stuff and you're good at English, you know more than most, you could sell your proofreading editing services. And you can charge per page, you can charge per hour. You can do a lot with that. So proofreading, editing, VA services, social management, group management. You can if you're good with social, you're good with posting. I know a lot of brilliant people that have spectacular giftings, serve their communities, have an amazing content, but they struggle with social media. You can hire yourself for a period of hours. Again, it's a matter of hours, how many hours you put into a day. So you could charge $30 an hour to offer VA services if you wanted to. And you can help people manage their groups, set up social posts, do proofreading for them. You can do content creation. You can create graphics for them. You could sell yourself as a content creator, social content creator. Say, give me a list of your ideas on what you want to create content from, and I will create beautiful imagery for you to use to post it out there. And Celia said, I would love to have an Instagram genius. So if you got someone that's super good with hashtagging, image creation, cross-posting, Instagram or Facebook stories, these are really your young people too. Like, I mean, seriously, for me, if I had the time, I could be like, listen, if give me 50 ideas for statements, quotes, things that you would want to say to set you up for an entire month. Let's say 30. Give me 30, one per day for the next month. Give me 30 ideas for content that you could create. And I'll go in and I could create beautiful imagery and posts for every single one of those contents, send it back to you with an invoice for a couple $100. And how much, you're like, would somebody really pay that amount of money? How much time does that save you trying to do it yourself, right? So, social, all that kind of stuff. Let's get back into some of just your regular skills too. And we're going to go back to just how to go about doing this, all right? Tailoring and sewing is a real thing. You can market it yourself if you're good at tailoring, good at sewing, that's a thing. Closet organization and outfit design. I was talking to one of my clients about this who does image consulting. And one of the things that is a very big deal right now, possibly, is you got a whole bunch of women, maybe career women, where normally they're too busy to work with their closet or too busy to work through their outfits. But now all of a sudden they got a bunch of extra time on their hands, and they're staring at that closet that drives them crazy. You could come in and you could do closet overhaul. So, hey, ladies, now that you're home and you got some extra time, or maybe your spring break plans have been canceled, I'd love to come in and just help you completely overhaul your closet and design your outfits and help them get set up with getting in the closets. That's an awesome one. Meal prep. I see Celia's going there, cook meals at home and prove they shelf service. Now, the thing that I would be, there's real monetary potential for cooking for people. However, people are so freaked out by the virus right now. I don't know if they would want you cooking their food for them. However, you could do meal prepping. Meal prepping is a thing. Meal planning is a thing. Creating a grocery list, creating a meal plan. You got a whole bunch of moms that are not used to having all their kids home all the time, potentially right now. So they may be completely feeling overwhelmed because they got stuff that they need to do. So if you offer meal planning, meal prep services, maybe you could create a 7-day meal calendar for someone. You go out and do the shopping for them if you can find the food on the shelves, and you come back and prep all their meals and get them set up for the week. You could offer that service. You charge by the hour, charge by the job. However you want to do that, it'd only take a couple of those and you could be up to your $1,000 real easy. If you have a truck or a trailer or something that can haul stuff, you could do junk removal. I'd pay you to do that in my house because, in in our other house, we had our trash service was awesome. We put it by the road; they'd take anything. We also had the ability to burn. We had to burn fire pit out back. So if we had wood or things we wanted to burn, we could burn stuff. In this community, we can't. So anytime like cardboard boxes, all that kind of stuff, we can't burn it. So junk removal is a real thing. If I had someone that said, "Hey, you got any junk to get rid of?" Yep. Come on over. I'll load you up, man. Absolutely. You could charge per truckload. $75 for a truckload of junk. Fill up the back of my truck and I'll take it. You pay for the dump fee and go. $75 for the service plus a $25 dump fee to go dump it, and I'll go dump it for you. Honestly, if I pulled my truck up, I'm just thinking about this for a second. If I had somebody, and this may be for one of your boys. If you got boys that have a truck that can drive, they have a driver's license, they could totally do junk removal. Big time. Yard cleanup, too, right along with this. I don't want to get into some of my tomorrow's ideas. But junk removal is a big thing. Cleaning houses. Pick up for recycling, absolutely. Cleaning houses is for real, y'all. I mean, my wife Courtney cleans houses. And she had a full client list when in our old town where we lived. And we moved here, and she had to start up completely from scratch. So she just did a couple of posts and a couple of Facebook groups. We have a community group for our Facebook. She got 3 clients right off the bat. She's been cleaning them for the past 2 weeks, and I'm like, that's all you really need is one. You just need one client. And that's really how she started her previous business. So she had one client she did an exceptional job for, and as soon as you have one, then you ask for a referral. Do you have anybody else that you know? Yeah, I think I do. And then you start building it off of referrals. And she built up an entire client list of cleaning houses just by building up referrals, and she charges anywhere from $120 to $150 per house, and she's usually in there for 3 hours, and she can easily generate $400 to $500 a week. Depends on how many clients. I mean, it's really how much you want to go after, because she really just only wants to do one house a day, and she only really works 3 days a week, so she's generating $400 to $500 per week roughly, just working a couple hours a day, couple days a week. That's it, right? So cleaning houses, absolutely. Personal shopping, absolutely. You've got apps like I just forgot the Instacart, stuff like that, where you can get hired to do grocery shopping. But personal shopping can go beyond grocery too, and Instacart and stuff like that are limited just to grocery. So you can offer personal shopping services. People wanted to maybe you combine those two. Maybe you do meal planning, meal prep plus personal shopping. Offer those services. Handyman services. Let me just start ripping through a few of these other ones. Handyman services, graphic design is a real thing. Obviously, I do graphic design. Depends on what you're doing, how you're doing it, and how you want to position and market yourself as to what type of services. But you can pick up some graphic design jobs pretty easily, because a lot of content creators, a lot of online business owners have ideas but don't know how to put those into great graphic formats. So if you have skills in that realm, leverage and use those skills. So just a variety of different things on what you can be selling. So the biggest thing that I would tell you, let me just go through my 4 points real quick. So point number 1 is break down your need. How much money do you need to generate, and how do you want to generate that? Do you need to sell 10 things at $100? So if I have any of these services, I just gave you a variety of different ideas. Any of these things that I could charge in the realm of $100 for, then I only need 10 clients, 5 per week, and I can generate myself $1,000. Maybe I want to sell something for $50. What can I sell for $50? Now, if I'm going to sell something for $50, I have to be able to do a lot of those. So maybe I'm going to do car detailing. So if I'm going to do car detailing, then I need to do 20 cars. So I need to do 10 cars per week. But realistically, I think you could detail a whole car in 2 hours if you had the right tools for it. Most households have 2 cars though, right? So maybe do a discount package if I do 2 cars. You start going down your neighborhood. I'm just thinking about, it depends on where you live, if you have access to neighbors and stuff, but there's so much potential. There's so many things that I would pay someone to do if they just asked, or if I just knew someone, right? Yard cleanup. If I had someone that I knew could just come over and do yard cleanup, I could pay him 20 or 30 bucks an hour and just come out here and just do all the stuff that I don't want to do. Awesome. I'm going to pay my son this weekend. We're installing an underground dog fence. And I don't want to go out there for hours and dig a trench in my yard, so I'm not going to. I'm going to pay my son to do it because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to go out there. I got better things to do than dig a hole in the yard forever, for hours. So I'm going to pay him to do it. Right? So there's things that people will pay for. VA services, tailoring, sewing, closet organization. Like closet organization, you could realistically, if you were going to go just on that idea, if you were going to organize someone's closet and help them, basically if you could, like if you're good at this, because my mom is good at this. My mom could come into your closet. She could take one look at you, take one look at your closet and be like, all this needs to go. You do not need to be wearing. She could get rid of the things you need to get rid of. She'd be like, these pieces are perfect. She could put those together. She could spend 1 hour in your closet and completely transform your closet because she's just good at that. She has an eye for that kind of stuff. So you could be in the house for an hour, charge $150. $150, I'll completely overhaul your closet and get you set up with a series of outfits that will be spectacular with you. I can even tie in your jewelry and help you figure that out. And I can give you a shopping list of some key pieces, some foundation pieces that you may want to buy that'll just really help give you some options. You can even tie personal shopping into that if you needed it, right? Mel Harper said I need that service, right? Some of this, Mel Harper would pay for that right there, right? Another one is interior design. It's fun to move your furniture around, but some people don't know how to do that. You could have, if you have a good eye for interior design. I'm a spectacular interior designer. I don't have a degree in interior design. I'm just good at it. I just know it looks good. It's probably because of my mom. I grew up in that environment. But I could come in, I could take one look at your house, give me a budget of $100 just to help me with a few accessories, maybe some paint. I could come in and completely transform your living room or your bedroom or whatever room it is, right? It doesn't take a lot of money. So it's a skill. People will pay for skills that they don't have. So when you look at this, again, going back to number one, breaking down your need, is figuring out how much money you really want to generate and how you want to generate that block-wise. So how much do you want to sell it for, and how many people need to buy it for you to get your monetary number, and then you just work out a plan. So the second tip I'm going to give you, and I'm going to go through these four real fast because I know we've been on here a half an hour already. Second thing is you always want to start with the buyer in mind. You don't start with a product in mind and then try to find a buyer. You start with a buyer in mind, and then you create a product that buyer wants. So always start with a buyer, and when you start with a buyer, you want to ask yourself, what do they need and what will they pay for? What do they need and what will they pay for? How many people out here need this? How many people, are there women out there that really need closet organization? Are there people that really need and want meal prepping? Are there people that want personal shopping? Are there people that want junk removal? Are there people that want garages to be organized? The best way to find that out is to ask. Get out there and start asking. Ask some people that you know of. Like if you got some people in your mind, and maybe even neighbors that you're like, you know what, I want to just find out if this is a service that people would pay for. Start with some people that you know and just reach out to me, be like, listen, I'm very seriously thinking about starting up a garage organization business over the next few months, just to help me give me some extra cash because I'm really good at that. I'm just curious, how do you feel about your garage, and would you pay to have someone come in and organize it? Is that a valuable service to you? I bet most people would be like, heck yeah, absolutely. Some people are going to be like, how much is it going to cost? I'm going to charge $25 an hour. I think the average garage is going to take 2 to 3 hours. Would it be worth $75 to you for me to spend 2 to 3 hours in your garage and completely organize your garage for you, remove the junk, and get you set up with a transition into the spring? Put away all your winter stuff, get all your spring, summer stuff out, and get you set up. Clean it out, wipe down the walls, clean off your work desk, get rid of any junk. Is that worth it? Heck yeah. Somebody put a heck yeah in the chat room if you'd pay somebody to do that in your house. I'm just curious. Do it. Would you pay someone to come and organize your garage for $75? I think you would. So you can reach out to some people that you know and use them as your case study, but then also they could become your first clients. So, maybe you reach out to your mom, or you reach out to your brother, or you reach out to some of your friends from church. And if you're good at that, you can be like, you can just call them up. And this is how easy it is, y'all. This really is a matter of conversation. You just call them up and be like, hey, can I ask you a question? Sure. I am looking for some ways to generate some extra income while we have all this transition going on in the marketplace right now. So one of the things that I've always been really good at, and I'm thinking about doing, is I'm thinking about offering a garage organization and seasonal flip service, where I come into a garage and I completely clean out your garage, organize everything in there, put away all the winter stuff, get all the spring stuff out, maybe tune up whatever needs to be tuned up. And I'm thinking about just charging $25 an hour to come in and do that. I think the average garage would take me 2 to 3 hours, so $75. Would that be worth it to you to have someone come in and completely overhaul your garage for $75 to see what they say? And they might be like, no, I don't think so, but someone may do that. Then ask them. If they say no, then ask them and be like, do you know anybody that you think might pay for that? I'm just curious. I'd like to just, before I really go all in on planning and doing this, I'd just like to find out if that's worthy, if that's something good, right? Right. Mel just said it, right? $75 is good for something that we don't want to do. That's exactly what it is right there. Because the stuff that people know needs to be done, but they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it, right? So identify a buyer. You got to find out what people will want and need. And just like I said with Courtney just came in here. Everybody say, good morning, Courtney Capin. There's my girl. Just like I said with Courtney, where all you really got to do is start with one. You get one client that can give you a referral, and if you show up, you do a great job with that one person. Be like, do you know anybody else that you think could benefit? Oh yeah, this is crazy. Do you mind if I take a before and after picture of your garage? That's all it takes. If you can get, like, if you wanted to do that, just that one, all you got to do, take a before picture of their busted, ugly, messy garage, go in there for a couple hours, refresh the garage, before and after picture. Do you mind if I post and tag this on social media? No, go ahead. I post on social media, tag them. Just had the opportunity to come in and clean up Mr. Jones's garage. This is before, this is after. If anybody else is in some need of garage organization, I would love to give you a custom quote. I'd love to come out serving the greater Grand Rapids market area. Please put yes please in the chat stream and I'll reach out to you directly. You'll have a full plate. What's $1,000? $1,000 divided by 75. You only need 13 garages. Call it 7 per week. You could do 2 a day. What if you could do 2 a day? I would have paid anyone to do it. Right? That's realistic, y'all. You see that? Is this helpful to you? To get your wheels turning about what's really possible for you? Like, what I'm really trying to get you guys to see today is I'm really trying to get you guys to see that there are some options right now for you to monetize your mind, monetize your skill set. Dia's building an online course right now, which I love. And you guys notice, I didn't go into, you can do master classes, you can create online courses, you can sell coaching, all that stuff. But all of those things require positioning. They require respect and influence. They require time for you to prove yourself, right? So when I'm talking about how you can generate cash in the next 2 weeks, I'm trying to help you come up with some real simple and creative ideas that you can do right now, that there's nothing in your way. And there's tremendous potential to make money in the online space. There's a lot of things that really require you to establish respect and influence, and there's certain things that people will pay for right now and certain things that people won't pay for right now. All right? So you got to figure out where people's pain points are, and despite the uncertainty in the market, despite everybody, a significant amount of people losing jobs, losing income, there's a lot of stuff going on. Despite that, there's still things that people will pay for. So you got to get creative with that and figure out how you can get into that lane and still be able to leverage it, all right? So identify a buyer before you identify a product, okay? Number 3 is mapping out what you're selling. Mapping out what you're selling, taking time to structure this in a way where you know what you're doing with it. So when I say map out what you're selling, basically you want to establish the promise, the return, and the deliverables. What is the promise? The promise is, for your investment, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. So if I'm going to clean your garage, this is exactly what I'm going to do. You want to map out exactly what that entails. So that's clear up front, and you can communicate that up front. All right. So if you're going to, thank you, Monty. I appreciate you, brother. If you're going to map that out up front, then I'm going to organize everything that you got hanging on the walls. I'm going to organize your tool space. I will clean and dust the garage, sweep it out. I'll remove any trash that needs me to get rid of. I will tune up and transition all of your spring tools and whatever, and anything else that you want to list down there. So that's your promise. The return is, this is what's this going to do for you. You want to take time, no matter what it is that you're selling. You want to identify the return on investment. So what is their return? If they invest in you, what's this going to do for them? Peace of mind. How long? If I'm thinking about just the garage idea, this is going to save you a Saturday. This is going to save you time with your family, because you know as well as I do, if you come out here to clean this garage, it's going to take you all day. I'd rather you be able to hang out and spend time with your family. I'd love to do this for you because it's annoying. So let me come in here, let me clean this up for you. Whatever your thing is, whatever it is that you're selling, if you're selling something to a person, you want to think about what's the return on investment. What's going to make them make that investment? It's good for you to identify that, because that's the selling point. That's what makes people want to actually make the investment. It's the emotional piece. All right. And then your deliverables. If you have deliverables, what are your deliverables? What exactly do you need to do to fulfill your verbal contract to get paid? And then number 4, your last one is just attract and close. Attract and close. It depends on what you're selling, obviously. But what I would do, and just kind of, I already gave you the example of talking to people and getting feedback, is I would get feedback. I would use feedback as a mechanism for attraction. Feedback is something that most people are willing to give. And so you can use feedback as a mechanism to attract the people that you want to get attention from. So if you're looking to offer closet organization, outfit design tips, or an outfit design overhaul, you can do a social media post. You can post into a group. You can reach out to some of the ladies that you know that you could really use it. Be like, hey, while we're in this season, I'm looking to generate some extra cash. I'm thinking about offering a closet organization outfit design program where I come into women's closets, help them completely clean out, overhaul their closet, help them understand their body shape and color, and blah, blah, blah. And is that something that you would be willing to pay for? Do you think that that'd be a valuable service? See what they say. If they, oh yeah, heck yeah. I'm thinking about charging $25 an hour, probably $100 per closet, or $50. I'm thinking about charging $100 per closet for a one session, or $200, or whatever your number is, whatever that's worth it to you. And just be like, would that be worth it to you? Is that something you'd pay for? Heck yeah, absolutely, I'd pay for it. Can I come to your closet? You just ask them and just see what they say. And then if like, no, I don't think, while I think it's valuable, I can't pay that right now. Do you know anybody that you think would? And just ask people. Like, could you see yourself doing that? I'm curious. It doesn't have to be the closet thing, obviously. But could you see yourself, no matter what it is that you're thinking about selling, could you see yourself reaching out to someone and just asking them for honest feedback and just see what they say? It just seems so simple to me. But I know some people really struggle with that. Put yes in the chat stream if you could see yourself doing that. Look, this is what I want to know too. What I want to know is if I've helped you this morning. So if you have an idea of all these ideas that I've given you this morning, if you're going to take one of these and try running with it, put in the chat stream what you're going to do. I would love to know if you were going to do something. I'm thinking of my girl Mel Harper that does online teaching through VIP Kids for I think it's for kids in China, isn't it, Mel? This people tutoring services. I mean, there's so many things, man. There's so many things that people need right now with families having children stuck at home, and some people still got to go to jobs. Nanny services are very real right now. Maggie, good morning to you. I see you. April, good morning to you. So attracting and closing is basically 3 things: connecting, engaging, getting a commitment. You got to reach out to people. You got to connect to people. You got to ask some questions and find out what people really need. This is a matter of effort. You're gonna get out of it as much as you put into it. So it's just like anything else. You got to put some time and energy in it to get it off the ground. But majority of the time and energy is on the front end, because as soon as you start building momentum, that's when it starts getting easy. I mean, realistically, just because I've talked about it so much, I'm going to stay on this one. But if you stick on like the garage cleaning thing, if you could just get 3 garages that you do a spectacular job with, and those 3 garages came up from you reaching out to them, asking them, having a conversation about what you can do, securing the business, doing the job, getting paid. Now you got 3 reviews. Then all you do is ask them, would you be willing, please, to share this with one person? Share this out to at least one person. Do you know anybody that you think could use this? Absolutely. Let me reach out to a few people. Do you mind if I tag you on Facebook? Nope, not at all. You get momentum. You just start building up momentum. And then all of a sudden, your phone's going to be ringing off the hook. Hey, I heard that you're doing garage cleanup. I need my garage cleaned up. Absolutely. And all of a sudden, you start getting ideas. You start getting people reaching out to you and asking you for stuff. So, powerful. Reach out. I see you tag Tammy and Maggie. Are you tagging that for someone else? Maggie, they join our biz for free until May 31st, weekly and monthly checks. That's awesome. I love it. Reach out to Tammy. I see you. So, a couple of just quick things I'm gonna leave you with too on generating some more income. One thing that you can do right now if you're really in need to generate income is to negotiate your bills. Negotiate your bills. There's a lot of service providers right now that are in as much of a pinch as some of the marketplace is, and they don't want to lose consumers. So now might be a good time to reach out to some of the people that you are paying on a monthly basis to see if you can negotiate your bills down. A good way to make more money is to spend less money. So you can negotiate some bills and you can see if you can get some of your bills down. I've done this with Verizon every couple of years because I've been a customer of Verizon for like 13 years or something like that. So I got a lot of weight with them because I've been with them for forever, and I have 5 phones, I think. So I call them up every couple of years and be like, hey, what can we do? I'm seriously consider shifting over to Sprint. And almost always I can get them down. Credit card companies, absolutely, Celia. So you can negotiate. You can work on some stuff like that. Another thing that you can do too is if you want to really get into the idea of purging, is you can sell unwanted or unneeded stuff in your house on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is bomb. It's bomb. I mean, have any of y'all ever sold anything on the Facebook Marketplace? Yes or no? I'm curious. Like Courtney and I mean, we had one last trip we had to make to our old house that we sold. And we had to move some stuff out of the garage, and we got out there. We were taking a trailer load just to get the last load of stuff out of the garage, and we filled up the trailer quicker than we thought we were going to. And we had an entertainment center that we really didn't want. We had an area rug we really didn't want. Some stuff that we just didn't really want to take home. So we were there, and I'm like, while we're here, let's just take a picture of it, post it on Facebook Marketplace, tell them first come, first serve, come get it right now. And we posted a full-size entertainment center and an area rug that we just didn't want to take home. And we posted, took a picture of it right there in the driveway, and we had them sold within like an hour and a half, both of them. They came right out, cash, got rid of it. Michelle said we sold something last week and made $335, right? So I love it. So Facebook Marketplace, if you got stuff that you can sell, absolutely nothing you can do too. That's a service. Like if you're handy with that, you can market yourself as a Facebook Marketplace seller. You know, to come up with a cool name for it. The Facebook Marketplace guru. Let me sell your unwanted stuff. You could sell other people's stuff for them, and then you keep 20% of the profit or something. That's an idea. If you're good at that. If you got people that need to sell stuff, let me sell your junk for you, and then you just take a commission on what you sell, and you can make money selling other people's stuff. If you don't have a bunch of stuff to sell other people's stuff. Because some people suck at wording. They suck at taking good pictures. So you could even scarl the Facebook Marketplace, find stuff in your local area, pictures that are rough, and you can be like, you know what, if you're having a hard time, because you can see the people that stuff's been listed for a long time. Right. Mel says, "Yep, sell my stuff in my attic." You could market yourself as, how would you call that? What would I call that? You could market yourself as like, I want to say gold digger, but that's not what it is. Like you could literally create a business off of that. You could create a business off of going into people's garages, basements, and attics and selling their unwanted stuff. You could go in there and tell them, all right, this is what you have that's worth something. This is what you have that's don't. I can do all of this. Let me see how much stuff I could sell, and I keep 30% of the profit. All you got to do is take a bunch of pictures, write some copy, list it all up, organize the pickup and the sale, and you make the money off of selling other people's stuff. That's very viable. The other thing that you can do right now too, that there's a tremendous need for, this is your last one, is food delivery. You can get into apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash. In Michigan, all restaurants and bars are closed, but they can still do carry-out service. So there's a lot of that would help. That would help restaurants right now because people are still trying to support local restaurants, but people can't go in and eat. So that's a good way to just pick up some extra cash. I don't know how much money. I don't know if anybody does DoorDash or Uber Eats. I don't know how much money you make, if it's hourly, if it's per job or whatever. I don't know how many deliveries you'd have to do to be generating $1,000 over a couple of weeks. Probably a lot, but that's real. That's real. Yeah, Mel brings up a great point. Make money from top and bottom. If I was legitimately going to start up a business to come in and to sell your unwanted stuff, what I would probably do is I would charge a upfront consult fee to come and review what it is that you have. So I might charge maybe $75 to come in, review your garage, your attic, your barn, anything you want to get rid of. Because I'm going to probably spend 2 to 3 hours there initially to come in and look at everything you have. So maybe I charge $75 right up front just to show up. I mean, that's pretty common for a trade. Like if you have a plumber or electrician or something like that come in to look at something they need to do at your house, they're going to charge you easily a $75 service fee. So you can charge a service fee up front to show up, see what they got, execute the plan. This is what I'm going to do. And this is how we go about the business. That's very viable. Doesn't require anything from you right now. Steve, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. All right. That's what I got for you today, guys. Hopefully that was helpful for you. If that was helpful for you, put a yes in the chat stream or give me your favorite emoji. I would love for you to know, guys. Just want to give you a bunch of ideas on how you can generate some more cash in this challenging time. Remember, tomorrow we're going to be talking to kids. So tomorrow I'm going to hook you guys with a bunch of ideas on how you can get your kids, no matter what age they are. Obviously, there's going to be a certain age restriction. I'm not going to teach you how to get your toddlers out there making money. Maybe you can. You never know. I'll give you a bunch of ideas tomorrow on how to get your kids generating the entrepreneurial spirit. I'm all over this with my own children this week because they got 3 weeks off of school. And I'm going to get them all set up with some viable businesses that they can operate throughout the summer months in this beautiful community that I live in and really generating some cash for themselves. So I'm going to talk to kids tomorrow. If you got kids and you want to inspire them and motivate them to get out of their house and to generate some money for themselves, I'm going to hook you guys up with ideas for that tomorrow. All right. Also, just real quick, just this week with all these ideas, I'm gonna do some real simple, really mini branding packages for anybody that needs them. So if you're trying to start up a viable business concept to generate some cash and you're looking for just a little branding package, I'm going to put together some little mini branding packages for people that need them. So if you have a business idea that you want to leverage and you're wanting to know, what do I need for people to take me seriously? Sometimes, y'all, for you to get the job, it's not having a bunch of stuff. It's about having the right stuff in the right place just so people can take you seriously. So it can be as simple as some great business cards, a Facebook business page, a single page website, whatever that is, maybe some marketing material, some flyers you can hand out. If you are seriously considering starting up a little mini business on the side that you can generate some cash from, and you're trying to figure out what that looks like, and you want some help, reach out to me. What I'd be happy to do is just chat with you about your idea, give you some real sound guidance as to what you can do, how you can do it, and where you should start. And then I can figure out this is what I think you're going to need. We can put together a little mini branding package for you. And mini branding packages for me range anywhere from $300 to $800, depending on how much you really. $800 would be website, all the stuff. Mini branding package, $300, just giving you the right materials that you can go out and do what you need to do. So if you need that help, reach out to me. My contact info is right down here. JustinCapronPro.com is my website. JustinCapronPro@gmail.com is my email. You can message me. You can put right in the chat stream if you want to talk to me. And you're like, Justin, I got some ideas. I want to get on this right now. I need to start making money right now. If that's you, you can put contact me in the chat stream, either on Facebook or on Periscope or YouTube, wherever you're watching. Put contact me in the chat stream. I'll reach out to you directly. We'll plan the time to chat, and I'll help you get it rolling, all right? Same's going to go for your kids. If you need some time to have me help your kids tomorrow, same will go tomorrow as well. I'm looking forward to getting some people on the road and making some money, all right? Very excited about this. Steve, I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day. I appreciate you. Be intentional with your time today. Stay within your day. The Bible says his grace is new every single morning, and I absolutely believe that. So stay within your day. Be focused on what you have your ability to do today. Incredible change will happen in your life when you start taking control over the things that you do have control over instead of craving control over the things that you don't have control over, all right? Have a spectacular day, and I will see you guys all around the web, all right? Take care and God bless.